count on you? One last time?
All right, kid. Let's go do it. One last time.
Welcome back to 50 Days of Drake. This is day 6. We are getting so close. I just can't believe how quickly, I don't know if it's really quickly or if it just seems that this series has been making it go by faster. I just can't believe that it's almost here after all these years of waiting. It's so close. We're coming to the end of the very long wait for Nathan's arrival, and I couldn't be more excited. I know you guys are super excited too. What I figured we'd do today is try and piece together a little timeline. Can put a little bit of the pieces together, try and figure out with the trailers they've already shown, this is nothing spoilery, and go through it from the very beginning where we first got the first teaser trailer when they released the PS4 for the first time, Greatness Awaits. I watched it live and I was like, oh cool, they're doing like a DLC for The Last of Us, and then they dropped the bomb, which I was really surprised because not only were they doing it at the very beginning of the show, there was like no build up to it. It was so like kind of like under the rug they did it. And I was like shocked that they put this teaser trailer there. I think I watched it 1,000 times trying to figure out the mystery of what the heck this trailer was trying to say. This was the very first look we had at Nate coming back for the final journey. We didn't know it was going to be a prequel. We didn't know if it was going to be a sequel. So here's the trailer for the first teaser. Now this was originally Todd Stashwick.
Some chains
Nothing against
can never be
that man,
broken.
but I'm so glad Troy Baker's in it.
I lost 15 years, buried alive, erased. You left me, rotting in that hellhole and never looked back. But you can't outrun the past.
Abandon
And
your
when
hopes.
it catches up, when all your lies collapse around you, I'll be there, sifting through the wreckage.
Boom.
You owe me.
Chills. Still getting the chills when I see that. Now, at first, when I first saw this, all right, we'll go back and look at a few things, but first, when I first saw this, I was like, holy shit, someone is coming after Nate. Who did Nate wrong? How did this happen? Someone's coming after him hard. He's going to come for him. So we didn't know it was his brother. We didn't know it was someone he worked with in the past, from when in the past. We had no clue. So now that we go back and we're looking at it now that we know so much about the story, I think that, first of all, that we know that it's his brother, obviously. It's Sam. But we know that Sam isn't his enemy. I don't think so. I think they're trying to make it sound like it's his enemy, but I think what Sam is really coming after, I don't think he's really coming after Nate, or he has some ulterior motive about how he got in jail, like it's his eye rotted away for 15 years. I think that this is just Sam wanting to go after the person who originally put him in jail, not Nate. Obviously we know now in hindsight, flash forward 3 years, almost 3 years. And we find out that Nate and Sam had killed a guard in jail, and Nate escaped. Nate thought Sam died in the scuffle and he's still alive. So it's like, I think that Sam is going after the people who originally put him in jail. I know they killed a guard. I don't think it was malicious. I think it was probably self-defense. And I think it was, the person who put them in jail originally, which I think has to do something. What do you guys think? Do you think it has something to do with that big house, the manor, the mansion, that when Nate and Drake, when they do the flashback when they're kids and they're looking at, this build, this huge, palatial, mansion. And is it someone from there? Did they steal something from there? And did they find something out? Does it have to do with that white car that was in the last trailer? The chasing them? I don't know. Is it that person? Do you think that's coming after them? I don't know. It could be that's the person that Sam wants to go after. What do you guys think? And I think that I love how they, you know, I like zabrooted this like 1,000 times when I watched it. And they're going over the map, and it totally, you know, there's, you know, the pirate Avery, you know, when we find out about, you know, we're like, all right, this is a straight up like treasure map. Like, what is happening? We find out where we'll be going, Madagascar. You know, I mean, like, they left a lot of clues in this little teaser trailer. Every betrayed us all. So the pirates betrayed. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's freeze on that. So Avery, it's every in there, but it's really, you know, the pirate Avery who betrayed us all. Now we know on Madagascar from watching the gameplay that that all the pirates were in a colony, and they kind of like it was like a commune, you know, and they all shared like their wealth and their treasures, and they shared everything together. So it's like, did he take off with all the treasure from that little cryptic note on the map? You know, did he, you know, come on, well, let's all be a commune, let's all stick together, and then let's hit the road. And he took them all for everything, and he stole everything from them, because that says every betrayed us all, and that's Avery. This quote in Latin with the skull. So this quote in Latin, it means tonight you will be with me in paradise, or today you will be with me in paradise, which is a religious theme, which is the first religious theme we've seen in this. Saint Mary on the map, for God and liberty. So there's a lot of religious imagery just in this first teaser. It wasn't even a trailer. You know, it's about a minute. And so this is where we do see the crucifix, the artifacts there's a lot of religious imagery. There's in the last trailer we just saw, you know, the very final trailer, there was, you know, the statue of, you know, someone on the cross, you know, and like all the little angels around them. It's like, it is so much religious imagery in this one. And they have already given us a few religious imageries from the very first teaser, which I think is kind of amazing. So tonight you will be with me in paradise. That's from the Bible. And then on the skull head, you see 3 lines and the 4th one across, which is Uncharted 4. Without them saying it's Uncharted 4, but because then it was just Uncharted. We didn't know prequel. We didn't know if it was a sequel. We didn't know what the heck it was. So it was there was so much information in there. So we knew it had to do with pirates, which we had I don't know if we'd spoken about it, but if you had watched the Grounded walkthrough, the Grounded documentary for The Last of Us, there was one little scene. It was some artwork of pirates. You know, it was on the computer screen. You saw it for like a split second, and then it was gone. So obviously they were working on Uncharted then, you know, and it had to do with pirates. So, you know, it's very important what we're seeing in this first trailer. It tells us so much, you know, in that little Easter egg. I don't know if that was on purpose or if they thought it would throw us off. It had a lot to do with what we were going to see in the future. Was it Evan Wells and Christoph Balestra, who's the two? They were the ones that was on, if I remember correctly. So they had said, you know, we know there's a lot of clues hidden in this teaser. So it was like, oh my gosh. And now that we look back, they did give us a lot. We didn't know how to put the pieces together or what they had to do with a prequel, a sequel, or were we going back in time? I know a lot of people thought that we might, you know, go back and, you know, do some time travel. Some people thought we were going to space. I mean, it was crazy. Like, I mean, the hype for this when it first came out, and now it's almost here. So this was the first trailer that I mean, it's to go back and look at it. Hindsight is really cool. Okay, so now the second trailer, you know, the music in this, so much to talk about in this one.
So, what do you think?
You see Nate's face. You see the blood,
It's a lot to take in, kid.
the bruising,
Where do I even start?
the lines in his face, the
You've been
scruff.
out
You
of the
could see the
game for a long
individual
time.
hairs on his face.
Maybe I need to remind you the kind of people we'd be
And
crossing.
there's his ring. Well, like, okay, he's with Elena. I hope he's
Sully,
with
I know
Elena.
the risks.
I mean, you didn't really
But
think
come
he'd be
on, it's a
married to someone
surefire
else.
plan.
Yeah. If there's one thing I've learned in all these years, it's there's no such thing as a surefire
Look at
plan.
me. He's got his gun.
I don't really have an option here. You know that.
Now we know that this takes place
Yeah, maybe you're right. I've been
before
out
the
of
other
game.
gameplays where we see,
I need back in.
we hear the other pirates,
Can I
you
count
know,
on you?
talking about they went over the falls, and we've seen
One
in
last time.
the following, well, now we're going back in time, but
All right, kid.
where
Let's go do it.
in one of the other trailers where Nate's boat,
One last time.
Nate and Sam's boat goes over the falls. So when they go over the falls, they not only do they, you know, they get separated. Now Nate has got to traverse and get through this area without Sam, trying to find Sam. He doesn't know if Sam's alive. And then the next trailer we see, he is alive. We meet up with Sam. We find out he has a brother. But back then, at December 2014, we had no idea that Sam was even a person involved, a character in this game. And now, not only is he involved, it's his brother. And then when we go through the first gameplay, that Naughty Dog did, we see the 15-minute gameplay. I think it was at PAX. I'll put it up. But we overhear the soldiers talking about they never would have survived that fall, talking about Nate and Sam going over the waterfall with the boat, and you know, and they did survive, you know. So this all leads up to it. So that was this was the first real trailer that we had, you know, after we just had the teaser. So these two are important. We see the old dead pirates hanging up. And I think I had posted that, what was said on the pirates' cages. So if you, I had taken a screenshot of, you know, that, you know, the skeleton in the cage there, and there was something written underneath it, and the inscription says, "For we receive the due reward of our deeds." So that means, you know, you get what you give. You know, if you're going to be like that, you know, this is what happens to you, and they are showing no mercy. So that was their punishment, you know, to the death, to just like waste away in these cages. I wonder if this is what happens to Avery's people who were left after, maybe when Avery stole all the treasure. I don't know. But in the prior trailer, we see it says Avery betrayed us all. So maybe these are Avery's people hanging, or maybe this is just some good old pirate justice. I don't know. But these two trailers, anything we've seen of the Uncharted from the beginning, going back in hindsight, hindsight is so important. So we can start to put the pieces together. All right, so that's it for today's video. I'm going to come back and we'll review the next video tomorrow. This was the 15-minute trailer, the PlayStation experience. I'm sorry. The one we just saw was just the E3 2014 trailer. Sorry, I got it mixed up. There's so much to look at here. So the teaser trailer was the first one. That was released the day that the PS4 came out. Greatness Awaits. And then the second one we just seen in this video was the Uncharted 4 Thief's End E3 2014 trailer. That's when we found out. And we had our first actual trailer for it. So tomorrow I'll come back and we'll go over all the stuff from the PlayStation Experience 2014 trailer tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks so much for supporting these videos. I just want to let you know I'm really trying to do a good job on these videos. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to try and find 50 things to talk about each day and to make it kind of fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying it. You guys are so supportive. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, guys. And I'll be back tomorrow with day 5. We're down to one hand. Thanks, guys.